real quick, favorite episode of Animated? Like, best episode ever.
We can edit this part out, right?
Yeah, I got mine.
You know, I don't think one stands out for me.
Really?
I really loved El Cid.
Really? I didn't know you were that big of an El Cid fan.
He, as a villain, he was one of my favorite villains because he almost had a thing that made sense.
Wait. You
But
gotta
not
explain,
too much
You gotta
sense.
explain that.
The best, because being the show that it is, and the writers noticed this when they titled every episode The Tick versus blank.
Early on in the first season.
What sets apart the episodes a lot is the villains. El Cid, I thought, was a great villain. He was bizarre enough to be bizarre. He was as bizarre enough as it needed to be. But he had a motivation that kind of made sense. You're a flowerhead guy, okay. You're the revolutionary on behalf of the plant kingdom. And
What cracks me up
the
is
name El Cid, of course.
he's
El Cid.
kind of a...
That makes sense.
I never thought of this until just now, but he's kind of a foil for Poison Ivy.
Exactly.
He's like the male version of Poison Ivy, except he's more of a plant.
He's Viva la Revolucion! And he has, he has this whole, the war against Franco thing going with him. It's a beautiful, clever character. I really loved
Did you like his second appearance?
not as much
Because
as
I thought
the
it was
first,
kind of lame, but I thought he had some better lines in there. Like,
again,
it's not cheating,
Good
I go
lines.
again.
in the middle of a not as good episode. But his first episode was, a lot of episodes could be less good than that.
Yeah, that's true.
What kind of corn soldiers are you?
We're colonels. I like the, what is the name of it? Oh, Tick versus the Uncommon Cold.
Yes.
I think is probably my absolute
Thrakerzog.
favorite. Because I just love Thrakerzog. In fact, I was always really disappointed that Thrakerzog didn't come back.
Yes.
And in fact, there was a script for a second Thrakerzog
Was
episode for season 4, and when they scrapped the season, it didn't happen.
Went away.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of wonder whatever they could have done with him
Well, he
beyond
was,
what they did.
as far as I know, I think he was a recurring character in the comics. And
Yeah, man.
and I think they did his episodes similarly to what they did in the comics. Although I haven't gotten there yet. I've got actually all the issues in trade now, but I haven't got that far. So
He almost would have made a good member if the timing of things had been different. Of the Terror's evil team at the end of the first series.
yeah,
The Terror, Joseph Stalin, man-eating cow, Toon La, not of this world.
or if not that, all
could
the
have been Thrakerzog.
if not that, then all the villains who got together to mess up Dot's wedding.
Oh, of course.
He could have been there, because
Yeah.
see, that was more of a rogues gallery, because there we had a bunch of recurring villains already, and there were people we already really liked. I mean, we had Breadmaster there, and by the way, Breadmaster's
yes.
perhaps my other favorite. But we had Breadmaster, and we had I think El Cid was there too,
El Cid and the Breadmaster.
and then we
were
had
kind of-
Chairface.
Yeah, we're a big duo in that episode. That was a good episode.
But yeah, Breadmaster. And Breadmaster got like 3 or 4 episodes.
He did
like,
come back.
And he never came back and got his own episode, but they like a second time. But they kept bringing him back when we had other villains. Like he was in the Tick versus
Europe.
Europe, yeah.
Yeah, and they remembered he existed. I like when they have a good character and they remember he exists.
Yeah, and they set up this mystery where it was like, oh, somebody sent evil gingerbread cookies. I wonder who that could have been. I wonder. But it's awesome because we hadn't seen him since then, and it was
Exactly.
like episodes and episodes later.
Buttery Pat with his romance with the Bee Twins. No, that was in the Dot's wedding.
Right.
The episode where he finds Speak, the Tick versus the Aztec.
That is such a... That's actually not what that's called.
not
but
the
I
right
forget- I
title.
forget the name of it,
But
yeah.
it'll do.
That one is weird.
Sidekicks.
Sidekicks
No.
Don't Kiss. No,
Yes,
that's
that
it.
is the one.
That's it, yeah.
That is the title. Just because Speak was a brilliant idea.
Yeah, that was probably one of the most comic book type things they did.
That was
Because
very
Speak is
epic.
such a bizarre idea. That always creeps me out, especially later on when we find out that he's not really a dog, he's a rodent.
Yeah.
It's just like, ugh.
And it's a perfect Tick thing to do. It reveals the Tick as he is. I will scoop up this strange, arcane piece of wildlife from the southern hemisphere and take it home and call it my dog and insist that it has the power to talk. That's the Tick. That's why we love him.
The one with the infinity ball?
Yeah.
Is quite cool. That's Sarah's favorite. What is that one? I forget what that's called. That's another Tick Versus, I think.
Ooh,
yeah.
It's not coming to me.
I'll think of it later, I'm sure. But with the Hayes and the Watson,
yeah,
that's just hilarious.
The Tick versus the Universe or something.
Yeah, that's
the
gonna,
Big Nothing.
That's it. The Tick versus the Big Nothing. Yay, well done.
Thank you.
Like 5 points. Good job. Do you have a favorite of the live action? Have you seen it? Have you seen it enough times to really?
Well, the pilot is the episode of the live action series that really hit me the best.
Yeah. That wasn't really a magic hubcap.
Yeah.
The magic was within you all along.
Just that sentence alone would have saved that episode for me. If the rest of it had been like some of the other ones.
No. That was first episode.
Exactly. I'd still like that one.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Some of the others had concepts that I thought could have been awesome, but then turned out to be lame, like the Immortal.
Yeah.
They could have done a good thing with that. They didn't.
They really didn't. Yeah.
Arthur Institutionalized had some beautiful little moments in it, kind of peripheral to the main storyline.
Mm-hmm.
And other than that, I don't know if there's still so much kind of finding their way.
Yeah.
They never really get. I don't think they ever really made a good episode.
They had a lot of really good jokes, but that show had pacing issues,
yeah.
And I think a lot of sitcoms end up with pacing issues. Now, what helped was that it wasn't a living room thing. I mean, I liked that we at least went places, and and they built some sets, and we went to some different spots. I mean, it was kind of a restaurant show before it was anything, but that's okay. I mean, heck, we had a lot of restaurant scenes in the animated series with the diner, but
they did some good things with that. You'd hate to see them get too dependent on it, but they did some good things with it.
I'd say next to the pilot, something's happening. I'd say next to the pilot, my favorite episode of that series is the one with the League.
Yeah,
I think that really is quite funny. The tick with the whole like where'd the champion go, and
an amazing failure to put those two characters together.
That has my favorite line from the entire series in it, which is in the opening when they get the letter. And Arthur says, "Tick, in a million years, did you ever think we'd be asked to join the League?" And the Tick says, "In the last million years, twice." It's like,
exactly, it comes from just that far outside any kind of human experience.
So, would you ever like to see a movie?
A good movie could be made of this.
I think the only person that can play the role is Warburton. I really can't imagine anybody else doing it.
I really hope they get him again.
And I think he's getting too old to do it.
Then again, I didn't know who he was before he did that.
Well, that's true. I mean, there could be somebody else.
There could be another guy out there who could do it as well as him, and we've just never seen
And there could be another good live-action interpretation, although you'd be hard-pressed to find one.
Yeah, and if they are going to use him, they do need to get after it before he gets too much older or thick around the middle. Because I don't think an aged Tick would at all make a good movie.
A couple things I'll mention real fast that folks might not know before we finish is, first of all, the first 2 seasons are available on DVD. I don't think they've released the 3rd one yet. I think it's still not out.
It is still in limbo.
I don't know what that's about. And my hope is that when they do, if and when they do finally release it, they put those couple episodes that they left off the first 2 on it. And I think that they'd have to, just because I think they wanted the same amount of episodes on all 3 seasons.
Yeah,
which is
the
why
3rd season animated is shorter than the others. So.
And we lose Omnipotus, and that sucks, because that's one of the best episodes. The other thing I wanted to mention is that there is finally a regular Tick comic back in New England Comics. I don't know if you knew this. It's only on issue 2 right now, so it's a good point to jump on. You might be able to find them, and it's bi-monthly. So they're putting out 6 a year,
and is good news.
Yeah, it's really fantastic. Well, hey, thanks a lot for watching. I'm Captain Logan.
And I am the real Plaid Rabbit.
And we'll see you next week on Geeks Not Nerds, and hope to have you back again.
I hope to be so.